Board? Okay, well, I know we have a small crowd tonight, but I also know it's the holiday season, and right now there's a lot of people that the times just get crazy. And so I want to take the time to first off congratulate you on making this one of your priorities to get on here because right now it is really a great time for us to be focused on this, even though I know it is the holidays. And so we're going to make this a little bit fun tonight. I'm just going to go through a few quick things with everybody. I don't want to keep you all on the line too long tonight. But I do want to teach you some different ways in terms of how we can really go out there and use this holiday season to something in which we can benefit a lot of other people, but also be able to build some momentum in our own businesses. And so I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Just 1 second here. All right. So first off, I did this slideshow today. So if the green is killing you with your eyes, I apologize. But happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful season so far. Few disclaimers just to get out of the way, everybody. Obviously, I'm not here to give tax advice. I'm not giving financial advice. Not here to tell you about precious metals in terms of their projection of where they're going to go. You can see here our legal disclaimers on each of our different benefits and also our income disclosure, just to put this out there for everybody, and also to keep ourselves nice and clean under compliance. So this is what I really want to focus on, everyone. This is what we can all get excited about. Now, I know that there's been changes there have been changes within the company in terms of, brand new website. And then obviously we just rolled out 3 new memberships instead of just the 2 that we had. And whenever there's change, everybody takes time to absorb what to do. And sometimes they go into a paralysis phase. And sometimes we call that paralysis by analysis because we sit and try and figure everything out. We need to know, okay, how's this work? How's that work? And sometimes our business can stagnate a little bit before going back into momentum. So what I want to do is I want to get us focused on really the most important things to focus on this holiday season for our businesses. And this really goes throughout all of December. So this goes right up till New Year's Eve. And this is Christmas cash. This is an outstanding way for us to go out there and just do what we're going to be doing anyway, be able to earn some additional income for ourselves that's paid out the following week. And so when we go out there and we introduce someone, we literally have the ability to be able to earn as much as we want over the course of whatever the week is. So if we want to get busy and just share with people, worst case scenario is, everybody, we are planting seeds with people and we're going to be able to follow up with them in the following year. But at the very best case scenario, and I'm going to show you some reasons why people shouldn't wait necessarily before getting started with a membership, then you've got something where you've got some extra cash in your pocket going into the new year, and that's always outstanding. So get this and get excited about this, and you want to get your team excited. Your team is only going to be as excited as you are. So if you don't find, like if you're sitting there saying, well, geez, I thought it'd be a lot more money than that. If you're saying that to your team, then your team's not going to get too excited about the promotion. But I'll tell you what, again, extra $400 on top of the compensation that we already have, everybody, can really make a difference this holiday season for a lot of families. So here's the other big thing. If you do have the legacy plan, which is the basically the $599 legacy VIP plan, then you have a metals bonus that comes with that. Now, make sure that you take the time to go in and get yourself registered for that metals bonus. What I mean by that is is that you're going to go out there. There's a video that you can actually get in besttrainingtips.com under the members section. When you go there, you're going to be able to scroll down a little bit and you're going to see how to set up your 1% metals bonus. Now, I would recommend, now, if you don't have the legacy, don't worry about it. This doesn't necessarily pertain to you. You can always upgrade later and this will pertain to you then. But for those people with a legacy plan, when you go out and you enroll a new member, and they go out and they happen to maybe buy something through the Sound Money wallet, whether it be any of these 4 options, the 100-ounce silver bar, the 1-ounce gold bar, the silver or gold eagles, then you're going to be able to earn a percentage of whatever amount that they happen to buy in metals in your wallet too. I will tell you this, everybody, Danielle and myself personally earned over $500 in just precious metals from people going in and buying on their own. We don't even know who it was, but they're going in and buying silver and gold, and we're just getting metals added to our portfolio. That's excellent. I got to tell you, that's outstanding, everybody. Get excited about that. Why is this urgency? Well, people are buying silver and gold right now, every day. I just talked to one of our team members today who had the silver and gold wallet, the Sound Money wallet, but didn't really understand how it worked. They were thinking it was all about collectibles. And so they just went out and bought thousands of dollars of silver at their local dealer. And they could have bought it right through their Sound Money wallet and been able to earn a 1% metals bonus off each other because they'd actually enrolled another family member. So this is important, everybody. People are buying their metals. Why not get yourself positioned to be able to help them do so and be able to benefit yourself as well? Now, I'm guarantee you're hearing a lot of this because I hear this. Everybody hears this when you're talking to people. Let's wait until after the holidays, or wait until the beginning of the year. Let's get together at the beginning of the year. You'll hear this all over the place. I don't want this to get you to slow down your jets. Now, sometimes people say, man, it's the holidays. Can't I just slow down? Can't I just stop? I'll ask you this. Is your job making you stop? Are you stopping your job for the entire week? Now, I'm not saying this is a job. This is your independence. This is your freedom. You're the CEO of your own business. You can do whatever you want. You can take the entire month off if you want. Your business will probably reflect it in terms of what your growth is. But I'll tell you this, that you want to really get excited because, again, right now, I'm going to show you why people still want to be able to get a membership this year, not wait till 2024, but why they should do it now. And that's what I'm going to get into right this moment, as a matter of fact. So let's show you. First off, people are in a spending mode. People are going out there buying gifts for other people. So if they're going out buying gifts for other people, that means that they're out there spending money. And when people are in that habit, then why not show them a way that instead of the money that's going out, let's show them how it can be something that's actually putting money into their future or securing money for their future with a 7K Metals membership. And so when they're in that mode anyway, it's the same thing. Think about it, everybody. When people are saying, yeah, 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 they're going to say yeah in a lot of cases. Same thing, no, no, no. They're going to get in whatever habit they're in, they're going to tend to get into and stay in. And if they're spending money, there's nothing really to gain there except they got some gifts for other people. Why not show them a way that some of that spending can work in their favor? Okay. Second, end of the year business tax advantages. Now, I'm not here to give you tax advice, but I am here to tell you that when you have a home-based business, everybody, you have certain tax deductions that are legitimate and legal. And you're able to basically lower down your overall income that you earned from the previous year by this particular amount because it's a legalized deduction that you're able to get. Now, I'm not giving tax advice, as I mentioned, but I would tell everyone this. Make sure you talk to an accountant, get some good advice here. But think about this. People are looking for ways to be able to save on taxes legally if they can. And so if you go out and you get started this year with your 7K Metals membership, then that $599 or $269, excuse me, or the $149, whichever membership you got, can be a legitimate tax-deductible business expense because if you're going to go out there and share this with other people, that's starting a business. And so that could be a legitimate way to be able to get a tax deduction. Again, I'm not giving tax advice. I'm just telling you things that a lot of accountants had shared with me. Here's something else. If there's anybody traveling this coming holiday season, well, if you're traveling, think about this. If you're driving, how many miles are you driving? If you're hopping on a plane, how much money are you paying on that plane fare? Because mileage can be tax deductible as well here in the US at over 50 some odd cents a mile. That's a great deduction. And if you're flying to some other relative or whoever, I want you to think about this. Let's say that Laura is my cousin or whoever, and I'm going to fly out to visit her in Hawaii. Well, all I have to do is pick up the phone and say, hey, Laura, listen, I got started with something and I want to share it with you when I get out there. And now I'm talking business. Now, when I travel out there, I'm traveling out there on a business flight and not just a personal flight. Again, I don't want to get into too many details because I don't want people to think I'm giving tax advice. I'm giving you examples of how some of your regular everyday expenses over the holidays can be legitimate business tax deductions. As long as you're out there sharing this information and you're looking at the idea of, hey, I want to share this with other people. I'm going to tell you, everybody, it just makes common sense. Common sense. And that's why people should jump all over this. Listen, you want to take a look at this right now. There are people who are flying, hopping on a plane, spending thousands of dollars this holiday season. And all I have to do is pick up the phone and start saying, listen, I want to show something to you when I get out there. Even if the person doesn't enroll, you've got something there that's a legitimate prospecting call on your behalf. Again, make sure you talk with your accountant, get all the specifics on that. But I will tell you, it's a great way that you can legally be able to save yourself some money. Now, third, silver's price is in the budget for anybody right now. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to tell you what. I listen to a lot of these experts on the YouTube, things like that. Now, these are guys that really talk according to facts. And one of them in particular, Andy Schectman, has talked and made a lot of sense because we're all wondering, why is silver's price still down when the supply and demand should say that it should be way up? And we're seeing all of our dollars being coming back from all these other countries. Why aren't we seeing all this inflation and stuff? Well, I'm going to tell you what his words were, which made a lot of sense to me when I heard it. Think about this, everybody. There's a lot of CEOs out there for companies, and you have a lot of manipulation of these metals and the prices of these metals. Now, you're not going to have the end of the year come where we're going to see disastrous financial situations or things like that happen because these numbers can be manipulated so these CEOs can get their big bonuses, if that makes any sense. So what I'm anticipating personally is after the first of the year, we're going to start seeing a lot of big changes. Now, does that mean that something couldn't happen between now and the end of the year? Absolutely not. I am not a fortune teller. I cannot predict the future. I'm just telling you what he says that makes sense to me, that I understand how a lot of these numbers in the Wall Street world and finances are so manipulated and played with. And if there is a chance that CEOs are going to get a massive bonus, and all they have to do is wait it out to the end of the year, believe me, they're going to figure out a way to be able to get that done. And that means that we need to go out there and take advantage of this incredible price of silver right now. And also gold. Gold still, even though it's at 2,000 plus an ounce right now, I know that that may seem like a lot for a lot of people, but when you consider that there are other countries looking to take our build a currency system that is gold backed, then I really believe that gold can also go up way much higher in value as well. Here's another reason to get started in 2023. People want to go into the brand new year with a new plan in place. Yeah, that just makes sense. I mean, it's kind of like what I learned from David Bird, one of the top leadership trainers out there that I have so much respect for, this gentleman. He would always teach this philosophy, and and I want everybody to also keep this philosophy because this is extremely strong. Plan tomorrow before tomorrow begins. Be sure to plan tomorrow before tomorrow begins. In other words, you don't want to get up in the morning and say, okay, what am I going to do today? You want to have it all mapped out. You want to have in your mind and maybe even written out in your planner, hey, listen, this is who I'm going to call. This is what I'm going to, these are the things I'm going to get accomplished tomorrow. You're not getting up there being reactive. You're being proactive. You're getting up with a plan in place. And that's what people want to do going into the new year. You don't want to get into the new year and say, okay, what are we going to do? You know, everybody goes into the plan saying, hey, new year, I'm going to start getting in shape. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to do that. And that's why the gym's memberships sell out very first year of the year. And then after that, dwindles right down to nothing because people get that initial surge first of the year, New Year's resolutions. Well, people want to launch the new year. Why not get started the right way with a plan already there? And with the finances and people so unsure about what's going on, we can simply go up and say, listen, you need to understand what's going on. I don't care if you're not interested in what I'm going to share with you, but you need to know about it at least. Let's sit down and show it to them. And then maybe they will get it. I'm sure they'll get it. But the thing is are they going to get it enough to take action right now? And I really do believe that when they understand it, they will, because they want to go into the new year. I know I do, already set to go. I want to be hitting the accelerator. I don't want to be going in, putting things in place. I want to have them in place as I go in and launch. And I think that's what most people want too. Another thing, how safe is the dollar going into 2024? I'm just again going to say, everybody, we know that silver and gold, I personally feel this anyway, based upon all of my knowledge and hearing stories of people who've been saved by having precious metals that their family had hidden on them when there were times of genocide. I know how valuable and how they are valued throughout the world, gold and silver. I mean, you go back and look throughout time, even in the Bible, gold and silver, that's all they talk about regarding money. And now you even take a look at how when you don't have gold and silver backing a currency, look at what happens with the ridiculous loss of purchasing power of fiat currency. Fiat currency, which basically has a 100% failure rate. Fiat currency, for those who may not know, who may be brand new, It's basically money that's not backed by silver or gold, paper money, or paper currency, I should say. And so that's why I put this up here. Who knows when our dollar is basically going to lose its value? We do know that right now on the world stage, a lot of countries are sending their dollars back to the U.S. because they don't see the need for it. What used to be where that used to require dollars to buy oil, now no longer does require that. They're really moving away from that. That's making our dollar losing its value and purchasing power again on the world view, and that's not a good place to be. And lastly, and there's so many more benefits, but I'm just going to show you these. Actually, I got two more. 7K Advantage savings for the holidays. I got to tell you, everybody, if you don't use this 7K Advantage, then you're spending more money than you need to. You can save so much through that, especially if you're traveling. Hotels and different places that you can stay, you'll save yourself a fortune. You can even see the comparisons between this and other sites. So I would encourage you to take advantage of that. And if you're in the US, you can save on restaurants, you can save on food, clothing, oil changes, tires. I mean, you name it. You can go in there and find something in which you can save. And so take advantage of that, everybody. It's an excellent way for people to be able to save. And literally, I find that it will probably, in many cases, especially if you're traveling, it will cover the cost of your membership. Pretty big. And also, a 7K membership does make a great gift. So if we have a chance to go out there and bless somebody by giving them a 7K membership, we still want to talk with them. We don't want to blindside them by saying, hey, I get you this. We want to go out there and say, listen, I want to get you this and get them set up. And obviously then walk them through getting their sound money, wallet, and so forth. But it's an excellent thing for people. They may not see the value right away, but someone who does understand gold and silver will. And maybe someone who could not afford to get a membership before, it could be something that we could bless them with that. But it's just another way that people can go out there and just take advantage of the season of giving to be able to help people get started and be able to get access to gold and silver through this membership. And I'll tell you what, everybody, it's a time of year where we can bless other people. It doesn't mean you have to spend money. It simply means you can go out there and just open your mouth and educate and let other people know what's going on. And I'll tell you what, just sometimes even that reaching out can be such a game changer. It can change someone's life. And I say that simply because if people don't know, then they can't do anything about it. But as soon as they know, they can start reacting and being proactive, as I mentioned before. And if you're the one who brings it to them, then you started that process. So know that you're blessing others. So going to visit relatives over the holiday season, if that's you, let me show you, give you a few quick do's and don'ts before we wrap up tonight. First off, I want to say is when we start off, let's show you first off the don'ts, and then we're going to show you the do's. Okay, so don't be a walking sales pitch. You don't be walking around with your relatives just, hey, what do you think about gold and silver? And just blah, 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 throwing up all over everybody. You're going to scare everybody away and you won't be invited to any more parties. So don't be that person who just walks in there and just is the one that they roll their eyes as soon as they see you pulling up. You don't want to be that person, okay? But do go out there and meet others who are at those parties, relatives, and ask about them. And that's the key, because I'll just tell you what, people are going to tell you the good and the bad. They're going to tell people what's people's favorite subject to talk about. It's themselves. People love to talk about themselves. Exactly, Lachelle. And so people want to just simply go out there and share what's going on in their lives. And if you're sitting there listening for those cues, such as form, family, occupation, recreation, motivation, what motivates them? What in their life would they love to change that maybe we can bless them with our membership that might be able to do that? We listen and then we don't leap on them as soon as we hear that thing. We just simply put it aside in our brain and bring it up a little bit later. Listen, remember when you mentioned how you were saying you never got a chance to see your family? I'll tell you what, I started doing something on the side. It's helping with silver. It's with silver and gold. I don't know if it'd be for you, but I'd love to share it with you. And I've been able to spend a lot of time doing this with my family. Oh yeah, I'd love to hear about that. You hear that a lot, but it's again not coming at them, throwing up at them, not trying to tell them what it's all about, but rather sharing a story of how it's something that benefits them, how they can relate to what maybe you had just shared. So here's another don't. Don't ambush people with an overview. Okay, sometimes people show up at your Christmas party. Hey, everybody, come on in here. We're going to watch 7K 17-minute overview. And I'm telling you, that is the best way to get everybody to hop in their car and leave because no one wants to come there and be ambushed. You're going to get a lot of negative people if you do that. I've had people that they have no idea. I've been the guest expert at a party where no one had any idea they were coming to see anything. And I got to tell you how uncomfortable that feels because everybody in there, they just want to start they just want to start drinking and doing all this other stuff in many cases. And here I am. Hey, let's talk to you about a brand new opportunity. And no one really wants to hear that. So make sure if you are going to show an overview to them, that they know that there's going to be an overview you're going to share. Like, hey, listen, I'm going to share this. When you do come by, it may or may not be for you, but I'm going to be sharing it in the other room. So if you do that, make sure you let them know. Otherwise, what I would tell everybody is you're going there with this simple interest of piquing interest with other people and then setting the appointment for later on to share with them later on when you can set a time when there's not going to be distractions and things like that. And so I would simply mention that when you're there and you're piquing interest, don't do it where, again, you're pitching, but do it where you're listening for the need, listening for them to say something. And then as soon as they say something and listen, there's something I want to share with you sometime because it's directly in alignment with what you just said. How about if we meet for coffee sometime earlier this week? Would that work? Sure. Okay. And something simple like that. I don't want to get into giving someone a sale, kind of like a half-hearted pitch while there's distractions all around and someone's going to come over and interrupt. I don't want that to happen. Okay, that because all it's going to do is it's just going to drive them away. People's curiosity is what's going to want to get them to the appointment. So I don't want to take away that curiosity. Another don't talk too much and try to explain. Okay, here's another thing a lot of people do a lot. I've done it too. But a lot of times we get into trying to explain what gold and silver, how it all works, and spot price and all this other stuff. And we get into all this confusing verbiage, which I'll be honest with you, I'm thinking back during this training, and I was talking with some very confusing verbiage to people. If I was listening, I'd be like, what the heck is that guy talking about? And so I'm making this a little bit more confusing just in talking about some of these things with gold and silver because I've been around it now. My brain is taken in, but the average person doesn't know that. We have to remember that. What now has become normal knowledge for us blows the other person out of the water. So don't go in there being the expert because now they're going to be looking at you, not the information. Okay. So don't go in there talking too much. Okay. Don't try to explain stuff. Our main objective, if we are going to be talking, is we're just simply sharing stories, sharing a story of how it gave us hope, how it's giving us hope for the future. Here's a do. Bring some silver with you, okay? Right here. I got my little bag. Whoops, I just dropped my bag. But I've got like 5 coins in this thing. Now, that's how Richard Hanson built this company. He went out there with it. He actually challenged himself that he would introduce a brand new member without saying one word. And he did it. He dropped silver in their hands and then did something to somehow indicate and got them to sign up, but he did it without saying one word. I challenge us all to do that. There's nothing more powerful than people holding this. Because you can see, you talk silver and gold to me, it's like, eh. But if you drop silver in my hands and tell me it could be mine, I'll tell you, it feels good. It's like, wow, that would be cool. And so that's why it's so important that instead of us, I do a lot of Zooms. I can't stand doing Zooms, to be candid with everybody. I love seeing the people like you when I can see you out there. But when I'm sitting there looking at a bunch of names and still photos, I'm talking and blah, 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 doesn't get me excited because I'm talking at people. I love interacting with people. That's why the face-to-face is the best. And during the Christmas season, we've got one more week of the Christmas season. Then we go into the New Year's season where we can go out there and get together as friends, family. Again, we don't want to be that walking sales pitch. We don't want to be ambushing them. We don't want to be doing all this other stuff, but we do go in there listening. We do go in there listening and finding ways that maybe we might be able to meet with them later or in a different part of the house if many people do want to know more about it. Okay, but bring that silver. Bring a collectible. Bring your favorite collectible. And I will tell you, if you bring it, make sure you wrap it in bubble wrap or do something to protect it. I don't want it getting scuffed up because you're just dragging it around, things like that. But bring it and show it to people, okay? I would say this, if you have a bunch of friends who are on the blue side, maybe not bring over your Donald Trump coin. That might not be the one that's going to get them all excited. You know, just kind of feel out your crowd a little bit before you before you go in there. Just having fun. So try and keep it. If you know you're going into a politically charged atmosphere, don't bring in a political coin. Bring in something that's more neutral. Okay, that's the best thing I would recommend everybody to do. Okay, here's another don't make business your focus. Okay. I don't want, this is a holiday season. And this industry and this business is designed to be a side gig, but it's also for some people, it's their career. But if we're out there just being business all the time, then the people who are watching us are going to be thinking, man, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have to be always thinking business. And that's why go out there and just enjoy yourselves. Just let it happen naturally. Now, I'm not saying don't reach out to people. You want to reach out to people, everybody, because seriously, we have a mission. We have an urgency to get people to at least know what's going on. Because if they get blindsided by a changing economy at the beginning of the year, or whenever it may happen, and we didn't at least reach out, we didn't do our part. And we might feel a little guilty for that, deservedly so. So still go out there with a mentality of having so much fun and smiling and laughing and not worrying about who gets it, who doesn't. But I'll tell you, people will be drawn to that, especially this time of year when there still is divisiveness. People want to be around that fun-loving person, that person who's always got a smile on their face, not someone they wonder what their mood's going to be when they call them up or pick up their phone or how they're going to be. So be that person who, again, is just being the example, brings light to other people. Okay. Here's a do. Spend quality time with those that you love. Rebuild relationships if some of them have been shattered or broken because of the past couple of years. Reminisce about old times. And also make sure that you're creating new memories because, this is the first Christmas that I'll be without my mom. My mom was everything to our family. She was our rock. And, I miss her every single day. And I know that we're going to see her again in heaven, but I have to tell you, you always, looking back at the memories that we created, that's the valuable stuff. It wasn't the money, it wasn't the material possessions. None of that mattered. It was the quality time that we had. And you always wish that you had more of it. But I will say this, that for most of us, most of you, you still have that time with that person to be able to go out there and make up for it if you haven't been able to give them the quality time that you want. Make sure that you do. Don't let money get in the way. It's one thing I've really learned this holiday season, that there's so much more. It's about love and compassion. That's what people want right now. That's what we all need. And that's what makes this world awesome. That's what makes us awesome. So make this the time of your life. Could end tomorrow for any one of us. And that's why, we just have to enjoy this incredible journey, because if we just sit there and focus on the destination and then we finally get to that destination and we did not enjoy the journey, we're not going to look back with fond memories. We're going to look back and say, man, that sucked. This is cool, but is this all there is? That's what will be there when you get to that destination. If you don't enjoy the journey along the way, you got to enjoy the journey. It's all up to us. And so I would tell everybody simply Merry Christmas. Go out there and make this a beautiful, beautiful holiday season. Spend the quality time with your families, and with the people that you love most. And I would just say you're my second family. It's just to have people, that you that align with your thinking. We're building a community here. It's an intangible benefit that comes along with this membership. And I have to tell you, it's invaluable to have this. You're invaluable. You might think that you're insignificant. You might be sitting out there with your camera off even, and that you maybe haven't felt like you've contributed or even signed up anybody for a membership, so you don't feel like you're really a valuable part of the family. That's not the case. You are a valuable part of the family. Everybody, you all bring something to the table here that is part of us, and it wouldn't be the same without you. But we need to bring more into the family because I'm going to tell you, community is going to be absolutely key. If we go into changing times, the biggest thing that's going to keep everybody together and keep us sane are our relationships that we've built here, because we'll still be able to rely on each other. We'll still be able to keep this community going. And because of what we're building, I'm going to tell you, we have a bartering system. Silver and gold that we have, that we're going to have, is something that's valued all over the world. We're going to be in a lot better position than most of the other folks out there who may not understand it when our dollar continues to lose its purchasing power. And I will also say this too, everybody. I listened to Andy Schechtman. The numbers are about 1%, less than 1%, less than 1% of people own precious metals. And there are some people who are very, very wealthy out there who just scoff at the idea. And I will tell you, sometimes you can be intimidated by that and think, oh, they must know what they're talking about. But when you really understand it and you listen to some of these experts who've really studied how our money system works and how gold and silver and how this stuff is, then your confidence here is going to soar. Stick with your confidence and have conviction that what you're sharing with people is a blessing. You're not making them do anything. You're simply bringing this information to the table to them. They're making up their own mind based upon what they see. But they need to see your excitement. They need to see your enthusiasm. They need to see your belief and conviction. Because if you're wishy-washy, they're not going to sign up. They're going to think, oh, you don't even believe in it. You want me to sign up? You don't even believe in it. So that's why you got to have that conviction. And how you're going to get that conviction? Use it. Use these member benefits. Use that 7K Advantage. Use the Sound Money wallet. Have those metals sent to you. Get those collectibles in your hand. Get them on Stack and Sell. I'm going to tell you what, everybody, this is a life change. I will sit there and show anybody any day how, if you get a membership, I don't care which one you get, you can easily pay for the value of that within 6 months through your savings that you're going to get. I can show anybody easy value over what you're going to get. But you have to believe in the value, because if you're not using the member benefits, then you're not going to be able to go out there with conviction and say, this is unbelievable. That's why I'm telling you, everybody, take full advantage of it. I love you all. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. I'll open it up if anybody wants to add anything, anybody wants to share anything, say anything, or add any questions, feel free. And yeah, just open up. Just unmute yourselves and jump in if you'd like. And we'll wrap up here in 5 minutes. How's that?
Thank you, Mark. That was awesome. I appreciate your wisdom, your heart, what you shared tonight is so spot on. And
Thank you.
Yes, we love you. This community is priceless. As you said, the family. Going back to that first Christmas together and COVID and being rejected by my own family and being embraced by my new family, I will never forget that feeling. And this is quite an adventure together. And you'll be in my thoughts and prayers. I know this Christmas will be challenging for you. And
thank you. I appreciate that, Kathy. And I know it's going to be a challenge for many others too. Go ahead.
Yes, it is. It is. But understanding that also, sometimes the most joyful seasons can also be challenging as you know, as you grow and as things happen in life. And it's just being there for folks and reaching out and just being a listening ear, as you said, Mark, so well, is sometimes all people need to hear. So thank you for inviting us in to join you tonight, and always appreciate your wisdom.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you jumping on, Kathy. Always love to have you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love your words of wisdom. And we'll be hearing from you in the future too.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Hey, Mark. Thanks for everything. That was very inspiring and so true, so spot on. And I checked my Sound Money wallet, and I have $12.41 of free.
All right.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, it's $12. I didn't have to spend. May not be much, but it's a start, and that's a beautiful thing.
That is.
That's exciting to see it. It's like, thank you, Santa. Minty
Absolutely.
Santa. Yeah. So hey, I just want to share. You have to go in there and check. It's exciting. So thank you. Yeah.
And I want people to think about this. There are people sitting out there on loads of cash, and they're terrified that it's what's going to happen with it. They don't know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not telling them what to do with it, but you're giving them an option that they don't know about. And that's an excellent thing that you mentioned, Nicole, because, and think about this, someone goes in and dumps in a ton of money into that. You might be sitting there, geez, oh, this sounds all great. I don't have any gold and silver myself, though. I don't know how I'm ever going to get it. Well, if you want to do someone that goes out there and gets it, And here's another key thing that I asked them. You need to be staying active, everybody. It's going to be something where you need to be staying active to get that 1% bonus. So keep yourself active with an autosaver. That's very, very important. Okay. Otherwise, you could have metals that you wouldn't be able to earn those bonuses on. Again, that's just very important. I want everybody to understand that. So thank you, Nicole. Love to hear those stories. And I'll guarantee everybody, if you've set up your 1% bonus, make sure you set up your 1% bonus. If you don't know how, go to besttrainingtips.com, members, scroll down, you'll see the video. Shows you how to do it. You will not earn the 1% bonus until you complete that little section that you have to, where you you agree to the referrals that you're responsible for the taxation of metals that you earn.
What's the link again, Mark?
And if you go to besttrainingtips.com and then go to members, scroll down, you'll see the video. It's halfway down on the right. It says set up your metals bonus.
I want to thank you to Mark and Daniel too, and everybody. It's been an amazing year for me. Where I was last year and where I'm right now, it's mind-blowing. I can't wait for 2024, what we are going to do. And thank you for being that support and challenge me to dream, because it started with you, Mark, and you know that.
Oh, thank you.
I love you guys. Love you too. Love you all. This is the best, amazing family. Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. Thank you, Sylvia. We love you. All right. Ready to wrap up, everyone? All right. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays if you're a believer in a different religion or whatever it might be. I'd apologize. Don't mean to offend anybody, but I do want to say it's a wonderful time of year. Love each one of you. Let's bless people. Remember, you're not bothering, you're blessing. They don't have to say yes. All we're asking for is their time. And if they give us their time, we show them. And if they say no, we thank them again for their time. Amen. We know they'll come back to us, and they will come back to you as long as you're not one of these pushy people. So just remember, have fun. Enjoy this holiday season. I can't wait to enjoy time with each one of you personally. It'll be great, and we can all be interacting together. Yes. But anyway, thanks so much. Everybody have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you so much.
God bless Mark and Danielle.
You too. And also, yes, Merry Christmas. And also, we will not be having one next week because it's going to be Christmas Day, that Monday night. So we won't be doing it on Monday night on Christmas Day, okay? This will be postponed for a weekend. All right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Love you all.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Bye.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Bye, everyone.
Happy holidays.
Bye. Appreciate you.